Good evening, everybody. It's Monday night, which means it's time to go wild. Welcome to the Time to Go Wild radio show on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM. We're also live across the world on hcr923fm.com/listen and via TuneIn. If you want to contact the show, do so via social media, Facebook or twitter.com/ttgw radio. We have email, radio@widneswild.co.uk. We have the phone 01928 835 291 and text 07716 672 874. Start your message with TTGW or messages charged at your standard network rate. I hope you're all ready because it's time to go wild. Evening one and all. Bye. I think I've just about caught my breath from the weekend. It's the Time to Go Wild radio show on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM. Of course, we're live across the world, hcr923fm.com/listen and on TuneIn. So if you're out there, give us a shout. You know the usual routine. I have a slightly different routine with me this evening. I've got two wonderful, wonderful co-presenters on with straitjacket tasers and everything else to keep me under control. Please welcome Julia Short.
Hello, Cole, and everyone listening.
And Amy Rushworth.
Bonsoir.
Yes. Good evening, you two. How are you doing after last night's escapades?
Oh, we've recovered after last night's game.
Yeah, just about. What a game.
Very exciting.
That was about as big a swingometer as we've had since the playoffs, I think.
Oh, the cheering when we got the goals in the last period were amazing.
Well, I included, those of you who aren't aware, the highlights are up. You can see them. And, the response from Ollie Barron when he scored, that, I think, was like the piece of dynamite that went off that exploded everybody into getting everything going. It just changed the whole game. It just did.
And the atmosphere completely changed. Everyone was so excited.
Oh, it was like the blue touch paper and off we went, whole new hockey game.
Yeah, it's really good.
And some were so close together.
I know.
I just sat down and then I was back up again, jumping up and down.
It's like everyone had springs on their seats.
Yeah.
We'll get into more of that in just a couple of minutes. First off, I think I better do the roundup of the results from the weekend. Here we go. Okay, here's the roundup of the scores across the leagues for over the weekend and last week. Starting with the Elite Ice Hockey League on Wednesday the 28th of November. Nottingham Panthers 4, Milton Keynes Lightning 1, Dundee Stars 0, Belfast Giants 8, Glasgow Clan 3, Cardiff Devils 4. On Friday, Glasgow Clan 4, Coventry Blaze 2. Moving to Saturday, Guildford Flames 3, Nottingham Panthers 8, Dundee Stars 4, Coventry Blaze 2, Milton Keynes Lightning 5, Manchester Storm 2, Sheffield Steelers 2, Belfast Giants 4, Fife Flyers 3, Cardiff Devils 8, and on Sunday, Nottingham Panthers 7, Glasgow Clan 2, Sheffield Steelers 4, Belfast Giants 2, Coventry Blaze 5, Guildford Flames 6 after overtime, Manchester Storm 3, Fife Flyers 4 after overtime, Cardiff Devils 2, Dundee Stars 3 after a shootout. EIHA Under-13s North 3 action on Sunday. Nottingham second team 14, Widnes 2. NIHL Division 1 North Morley League action from Saturday. Telford Tigers D1 8, Billingham Stars 2. On Sunday, Whitley Warriors 11, Nottingham Lions 2, Solihull Barons 3, Sutton Sting 2 after overtime, and Blackburn Hawks D1 3, Solway Sharks 9. On Saturday the 1st of December, in NIHL Division 2 North Laidler, Bradford Bulldogs 5, Sheffield Senators 3, Altrincham Aces 6, Blackburn Hawks D2, 2. Coventry Blaze NIHL 4. Telford Tigers D2, 1. Hull Jets 0. Widnes Wild 1. And after those games, I managed to catch a few words with a few people.
I caught up with Hull Jets MVP and goaltender Dean Bowater after a thriller of a game between the Hull Jets and the Widnes Wild. Well, Dean, yet again, so little between the two teams.
It was a good game. I thought the bouncers just didn't go our way today. Not more you can do, really, is there?
Well, there was so many good saves. Times the puck was right on the edge of the crease. One where you scrambled and just smothered it at the last second. It's just, your reactions are just fantastic.
Thank you. I do what I can for the team, but just wasn't our day today. Personally, I thought we were the better side, but it's a game. Widnes can't knock them off for a really, really good side. Well-drilled team.
Well, I mean, from the playoff semi-final, that was one of the most thrilling games I've seen in many years, and all the subsequent games we've seen this year, it's just so tight between the two teams, and you just have to play as hard as you can on the day, don't you?
Yeah, it's always a good game between us and Widnes. Competition's good. Just got to turn up and play, and today Widnes just went their way.
Well, I mean, the series is now 2-1 in favour of Widnes. There's still one more to play, and I suspect that'll be a tight affair, and the lads will be up for it.
It always is a tight affair. We'll be definitely up for the next one.
So, do you know who you've got coming up next?
I don't, to be fair.
Just take it one game at a time?
Yeah. One game at a time.
Well, anyway, we'll let you catch your head back together and unwind after that. Thanks for joining me.
All right, thank you.
I'm with Barry Archer and Andy Daintith after the Hull Jets were hosting the Widnes Wild in it was a bit of a heart-stopping game.
Yeah, it was another good one, wasn't it, really? It was end-to-end. Second period, lucky goal, I thought, but the shots were about 41-36, were they? So they're about the same. They're good games all the time out there. I've just been speaking to Ollie, and he said every time they come and play each other, they're end-to-end games, and the close games, like we were saying 2 years ago, you were blowing us away. Now, it's a lot different. The tide's turned, and we are, I think we deserved a goal today. But it's one of them things that, I keep saying that's hockey, and it is hockey at the end of the day. It was a great game, another great spectacle for the league, to be honest.
I always say, I've been saying to a lot of people lately that a lot of people are saying a lot of things about our leagues and the way the leagues are set up, namely that the moral is not strong enough with all the teams. You look at Leicester, we are one of the strongest leagues going. Any team can beat anybody on any day. And that's the best thing about our league. We're the strongest league in the country, I'd argue. And today showed it. We've got a team that's at the top of the league. 10 games unrun now, I think it is, for the Wild. We've come up against them, and it's 1 goal difference. Last couple of years ago, D-side were at the top of the league, and they were hammering everybody. It's not the same anymore. This league's a tough league, and we've all got to keep on working, and we've all upped our games to play against each other, and the players are excellent. We've very few imports, all Brit players. So I say to everybody, it's the best league in the country. We're showing British ice hockey. Get down and see it. Whoever you come and watch the Hull Jets, the Widnes Wild, come and watch British hockey. It's the best thing out there, especially our league.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, you had Bradford off to a cracking start. The Senators are right up there, but across the whole league, it is so tight. And I mean, from last season, the playoff semi-final in particular, and then the 3 games we've had so far between the two clubs, you can't really put anything more than a very, very thin piece of rice paper between the two teams.
No, it goes down to, I wouldn't say it goes down to an error. It goes probably down to a bit of luck, but. Sometimes you need a bit of luck, and obviously Widnes are now 2-1 on series with us. But we didn't look out the game last week, like I said to you before. We didn't really turn up. This week we did perform, and we performed hard. Some of the calls were a bit dubious as normal. I think the refereeing side is really got to be looked at now. But going forward, we've got a good side, and we've got some good lads in that changing room, and we've got some good youngsters. So it's boding well for us. It's boding really well.
Every team's bringing on youngsters. Every team's looking for the better players. We're passing them around. Every player. I don't think there's a weak team. You've got to go look at Blackburn. If we're going to be honest, Blackburn's probably the weakest team in our league. Even they come and give you a game now. So every week you look at it, you can have a couple of games where last season there were a couple of games you knew you were going to get the points. This season it's different. Every team you're coming up against, we can all beat each other, and that's cracking hockey, and that's the best thing about it. We'll keep fighting. We've got quite a few games left to go, and we'll see you again soon. So we'll come to your place, we'll give you another game, and hopefully we'll take 2 points and we'll draw the series for the season. So that's what we want to do.
I mean, yeah, we've come to the halfway point roughly in the season, and yeah, I mean, all the way down the table, and as you say, even Hawks too, they come, they compete, they dig deep every game, and they don't let up 60 minutes of hockey, and it's, for the people who come down and pay their money to watch these games, they're getting value for money.
They're getting more value for money in this league than they are in the other league, completely, and that's what's good to see. I mean, that was just another great spectacle tonight, and every game we've had's been a great spectacle. We haven't been blown away, have we? We've been in the games, and we've been competing. And as I say, we went on a run of about 6 games, did we? And we've lost a few, but the games that we've lost we've been unlucky in them, been really unlucky. And that's the way you want to be. The team's competing, and that's all you want. That's all you can ask from all of them.
Everybody thinks there's competition between ourselves, Widnes and Halton, all where that's been, there always will be. But what people don't realise is we all talk to each other. We all want to make this league excellent, and everybody works together, and that's what this league's about. I know every manager, every owner. I could phone them up, I could have a chat with them, any problem. And after the games, we all have a laugh and a joke together. But we're here. I mean, you come to Hull, it's £5.50 for an adult to come watch a game. Widnes, I think it's £8 at your place, something like that. Yeah. Well, where else in this country can you go and watch top-end sport, British players, top of their games, playing a hockey game that we all love? So it's the best league in the country. I don't care what anybody says. They can argue me to their blue in the face. We've got the best league in the country, the most competitive and the most effective players, all British, well, 99% of them. So it's excellent going.
And I'll back you up on that. And of course, the guys will often be off to college, off to work, running businesses, whatever, the following day, or they play 2 games a weekend, and then they're back at work. Or whatever. We haven't played with a full squad this season, and I don't think you guys have, or most teams haven't. And we was down 3 or 4 players, and we've obviously lost a couple the last couple of weeks. But that's happened. That's senior hockey. It does happen. But going forward, it's like Barry said, it's the spectacle that all these players are putting out. And like I was saying to Ollie, when we go in against each other, it's a flip of a coin. You don't really know who's gonna win, and it can just be a one-bound bounce or something like that, and you're on the back foot straight away. But these lads, it's a great just to see the greatness of these kids just going out, and the blokes going out and fighting, and there's no badness between both clubs. There's some hits, but there's nothing major league. And like I was saying to Barry, it came to a point somewhere in last season where blokes have got to go to work the next day, and they were going out there and taking some big hits. And it's not good. You don't want to see that. And like today, there was a few hits, and there was a few hits. Your Widnes players colliding with each other. But it happens. Offord, he's still ugly, and he's still got a big bruise on his face, so he's going to get even uglier. But it's just brilliant hockey, and there's no badness between the 2 clubs, and that's all you want. And you've got the top of 3 clubs in the ladle straight away. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I'll just echo Andy's words. It's excellent. We look forward to the rest of the season out. We got a weekend off. We next go against D-side at their place. So hopefully we'll get the team back. We've still got a couple of injuries. We've had a couple of bad knocks this year. But we'll get them back. And the lads will keep coming. They keep paying to play. So we'll be there. We'll be there or thereabouts. And we'll just keep fighting.
Well, I thank both of you for joining me this evening. And wish you well, and see you next time you're over in Widnes.
Yeah, not a problem, mate.
Looking forward to seeing you.
I've got a double whammy tonight. I've got Mark Gillingham and Simon Offord. Well, guys, so little between the 2 teams tonight.
Yeah, it was a close one. I think we were probably good for it in the end. I think we started slowly. Started a little bit tentatively as well. Couldn't really get out of the blocks, but I think we probably settled into the game a little bit better. And I think we deserved it in the end.
I mean, it's big ice here compared to what we're usually playing on at home games. Simon, did it make a difference?
Well, yeah, I think it did. Obviously they know their rink better than we do, but I think everyone's been hyping up this game, first against the second, or I'm not sure where all are, I think it's the third, but I think all you need to talk about tonight is how good we were. I think we shut them out. They threw everything they had at us, and we were, I wouldn't say we were better. It was a close game, but I think that's just a testament to our team this year and what we're trying to achieve. Close game. 1-0, we ground out a win. It's a dirty road win, and I think that'll be a big telling point come end of season.
Yeah, wins a win, and I think both teams were throwing everything and the kitchen sink at each other at points, and yeah, in a way, just that edge for Widnes to get the extra goal. And what else can you put to that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a bit of a goaltending battle as well. I think both goalies picking up MVP was pretty telling. But I think we did a pretty decent job of keeping shots to the outside. I know Cruzy had a great game, but we gave him as good a chance as we could do on that to get a shutout. I think defensively we were pretty strong tonight, and guys were jumping in front of pucks and in front of their own players at times. But Offord's face is probably testament to the kind of effort that we put in tonight.
Yeah, so you got a bit of a mini scar on the face, another battle war, and Danny Bullock took a bit of a hit as well. But you've come out the other side.
Yeah, I think all you need to do is look at. I've played in teams that have won leagues before. I've played in teams that have won playoffs, and them sort of games are where league winners and league runners-up are decided. I think it's a real sort of testament to our ambitions for this year. I think everyone's playing catch-up on us now, so.
I think that's now 10 undefeated since, was it Hull and Telford back-to-backs early on in the year?
From here, weren't it? So we came into this rink last time. We had a good start. We were 2-0 up. We took our foot off the gas and all punished us, which we weren't happy about. There were a lot of words exchanged between our team in that dressing room. And since then, we've gone 10-0. So, like I said, teams will go from two game losses, and that'll define their season. But we've bounced back. We've won 10 in a row, and I think that we really are. I don't want to say we're in driving seat because there's a lot of ice hockey still to be played, but we're in a good position. We're looking good.
We're about halfway point in the season. We've got Coventry tomorrow, and we've got Altrincham next weekend.
Yeah, it's business part of the season now. Leading up to Christmas is always a tough run usually. You get a bit of a breather at Christmas and you get a chance to reset. So really important fixtures on the run up to Christmas, and I think if we can keep the role that we've got going now into Christmas, I think it stands us in really good stead heading towards that real sort of crucial back end of the season.
And you can see the reactions on the bench to every goal, every call that goes the right way for us, and it's really keeping everyone together and tight.
Good dressing room. I think it's 2.5 years that I've played for Widnes. I think this dressing room that we've got is the best it's been. Everyone gets on. There's no negativity. Everything's productive. I think that tells when we get on ice. Is we had our backs against the wall at times tonight, and I think a big part of coming through that game at 1-0 is how together we are as a team. That's all I can say about it, really. I think with team spirit and everyone being behind each other, everyone reading off the same page has really helped us tonight. It helps that Croyle is playing well, in really good form, but only one player, and then there's another 5 players in front of him at any one time, and everyone's putting everything in that we need, and we're doing well.
We had a big 5-on-3 to defend at one point, and everyone dug in deep, and very few low penalty game.
Yeah, the 5-on-3 in particular was a massive turning point in the game. I think not only did we see it off, I think we saw it off with quite a bit of control as well. We didn't see any real big kind of chances during that 5-on-3. There were a couple of decent saves needed making, but and there was a couple of guys needed dragging off the ice at the end of it. But that helped really turn it around, and I think it gave us a bit of momentum on the back of that. So it helped us see us at the back of the game. Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, gents, we'll let you finish unwinding and get ready for the trip home, and catch up with you tomorrow night.
Cheers, yeah.
Cheers, thanks, Colin.
Well, plenty of wise words, but back to the scores. For Sunday the 2nd of December, 2 more games. Sheffield Senators 7, Dragons 5, and Widnes Wild 8, Coventry Blaze NIHL 3. And I managed to catch up with Ollie Barron after that match.
I've managed to catch up with player coach Ollie Barron after an absolute drama against the Coventry NIHL Blaze. Well, just start putting that into words.
It was a really hard fought game. We had to really dig deep. I thought Coventry were excellent. Their work rate were brilliant. So we had a tough game yesterday in Hull, and it were important for us to keep on his win streak. That's 11 straight now, so I can't ask for much more of my boys. I think when we were 3-1 down, the character we showed, we all fought together. I think everyone could see it in crowd how much it meant to us. So really pleased to get 4 points this weekend against 2 good teams. So very good.
And it seemed to be a bit sort of flat-footed, I think. Maybe a bit of fatigue set in after last night, and it was such a fast-flowing game on big ice, but still managed to dig deep in the second.
Yeah, yesterday they took a lot out of us. Hull's a big pad, and we worked really hard. We had to work so hard to keep that 1-0 1-0 lead. But Coventry had a game as well yesterday against Telford, a later face-off on us. But I do think Coventry's work rate's probably their best asset. I think they've got a lot of good young skaters who work as hard. But we probably got a little bit outworked in first, but second and third I thought we really upped it and deserved winners in the end and a good weekend. And I'm proud of every single one of my players tonight.
We made the most of our power plays in the second period in particular, and that seemed to be the turning point.
Yeah, I don't think his power play has been the strongest point over the last couple of years. We've been dedicated a bit more time to it in training and things, but really pleasing to grab a couple. It's a massive change of momentum for us, them 2 power play goals. So very pleasing all round.
I mean, last night they're always the type, 1 or 2 goal games like that. Like last night in Hull, they really are tough to look after, and both teams were just back throwing everything, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah, I can't remember last time we had a 1-0. I can't remember last time seeing a 1-0 game, to be honest. But we had a lot of chances last night. We're really pleased with his defensive display and all. I thought we limited their chances to long range shots or wide effort shots, and we arguably should have took more of our chances. But a win's a win, and after his last performance, that were massive for us last night. And we're really high on confidence, and we took it in today and dug deep for 4 points.
I mean, that's the halfway point of the season. Game 16 out of the way, so a couple more before Christmas, but keeping strong at the top of the table now.
Yeah, I don't know how other results have gone tonight, but that Bradford one helped us out a little bit. But we can't focus on other teams. The only thing we can control is our performance. And like I said, that's 11 straight for us. I can't remember last time Widnes went on an 11 straight win. We've just got to take it game by game. We've got a really tough one in Altrincham next week. Although they've not been getting the results they want, I think that's the perfect game for them to play us and try and stop our streak. So we have to be on his game and be prepared to go into Altrincham for another 2 points up for grabs for us. So we'll train hard on Thursday and go into Altrincham on Sunday.
Well, all being well, we'll be there to catch up with people after the game, and we'll let you get a bit of rest and get ready for next week.
Perfect. Thanks, Colin.
Well, as you can tell, there was plenty of talking points after each game, and there's still plenty of talking points now from the games. First off, I'll just mention again about Saturday in Hull. I mean, fantastic turnout. It was great to see so many people there. For Hull Jets, they don't get many people, but it was a really good turnout. I've been to Jets games in the past, and that was actually looked like a fairly good turnout from my point of view. And both goaltenders, as they said, it was a battle of attrition. 1 goal in it, and you can't take anything away from either team. It was a wonderful game to watch. It was like the previous week in Widnes, where we had the Jets again, and brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It was in the same sort of calibre, quality game. In terms of grittiness, though, it was a chalk and cheese with last night. I think you both would agree, wouldn't you?
Yes. Kept us on our edge of our seats.
I'm going to confess now. At 3-1 down, I was getting ready to think it's time to pack up and go home. It just was not clicking. Nothing seemed to be clicking on the ice. That's my view. What do you two think?
Well, I'm not an expert, but it was very dull. And I didn't think the passing was too hot in that first period.
Yeah. And I had nothing to post on Instagram.
Oh.
There's nothing happening.
Yeah. It just, I don't know, we came out and we just seemed a bit flat. And
I thought the guys looked tired. They just seemed tired.
Hull's a slightly bigger pad, and they had to really work hard.
Yeah.
They really did, and they did look tired.
I also think everybody expected there to not be many fans there because it was the derby yesterday. So I think everyone's expecting it to be quiet. But it wasn't.
No.
There's a lot of fans there yesterday.
A big thank you once again to everyone who turned up. A big thank you I'll say it now and I'll do it again later, for everyone who took part in the 50-50 draw. It was another £100 plus pot, so keep going that. It's well done to everyone who's selling. Thank you to everyone who's buying tickets.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a game to turn literally on a dime, I'll just call the game sheet up so the others can see it, and it's on the screen if you can see it over there. But up until 36-43, we were 3-1 down. And then all of a sudden, the game just turned on its head. 36-43, 37-32, 37-43. Bing, bang, bong, goals. And it's like, your fingers must have started getting tired.
Yes. my fingers were freezing, and trying to do the stories that quick was very hard.
And poor Steve Aspinall. I'm surprised. I think I know why he changes his phone so often, because I think he was wearing the touchscreen out last night. He said he couldn't keep up on Twitter.
No,
there was stuff happening left, right, and centre. That first one, the goal number 2 that Ollie popped in, it was just, you could just see it was like a switch.
Yeah, game changer.
It It really was a game-changing moment. And then, Simon put that equaliser in, and it was like, hang on a minute, whole new hockey game.
Yeah.
And if anyone
it came alive then, didn't it?
It really did. It really, really did.
But I've noticed before in games when the first period's pretty, low in score, and we may be trailing. I don't know what Ollie says to the team, in that break, but they just come out and they're different.
He must have very good pep talks.
Yeah.
I'm not giving away any secret here, but I do. I can sense the vibe in the dressing room, particularly when I catch the lads after the match, and you can just tell that they're all in it. Yeah. They're all on the. They are, as the phrase goes, all on the same page. They know what they've got to do, and between Mark, Ollie, all the players, it's not. I wouldn't probably say it's one. It's they just all buy in, as they say in the interviews. It is a team effort,
and they really, as Ollie said in that interview, they dig deep, don't they? I'm very impressed with them all.
Every single. I'm going to give a massive shout out to Danny Fay again, and also to Scott Cooper. Both of those lads playing really, really strongly in their positions and digging deep again, and everyone across the whole squad. No, it's not just one line. It was every player played their part in both games over the weekend. You were saying how impressed you are with some of the other players as well. I mean, one player seems to have become a reborn player, would you say?
Can I mention?
You can.
Kenny.
Kenny Armstrong.
King
this
Kenny.
season, he has, I don't know, he's just a new lease of life.
He's a family favourite in our house.
Yeah, we love Kenny. But it's just lovely to see him really come on and enjoying himself as well. And everybody cheers him. He's got a little bit of a following, I think. Yeah. But his skill and his speed, he's just a different player from last season.
It's like he's been reborn.
Yeah.
He really has. Yeah. He might not get many goals, but when he gets them, they are very, very nice.
Yeah.
He does get the odd nice. And such good hands. Very underrated player.
And Daniel Fay.
He's
our new player, and he's very young, isn't he? But I've been impressed with him as well. And of course, Jakob
Hajek. Yeah.
Wow.
We've just been debating how to say his name, haven't we?
My word, when he gets the puck and the way he can turn so quickly and change direction,
I was chatting with them on the bus on Saturday, and I mentioned it's just a shame we couldn't have had Haj and Pav on the same line.
Oh, yeah, that would have been.
Oh, dear. The pair of them are so quick and so agile. And he's like, we were saying, what's it like coming up against a player like Pav when you're a forward? And he says, he's so quick and agile. And both of them are.
But even when they get injured, like Novak, is injured, but he's back there. Danny, the commitment and dedication to the game is just admirable.
It is,
it really is.
Yeah. Well, we're also hoping that someone else is getting well very soon. A certain Mr. Bracegirdle. He's hopefully going to be coming off the injury list soon. So, yes, we're looking forward to seeing Danny back as well. Well, and I must mention Jill Gillingham, because poor Jill was having so much trouble with the game sheet for last night's game because there were that many penalties. Normally on the Time to Go Wild, I would actually play Phyllis Nelson's Move Closer because it was that snug at one point.
Did get a bit crowded in there.
Yes, it was a wee bit snug, particularly in our own, because we had 4 in our own bin and 3 in their bin at one point.
It's very cushy in there. I got a picture of them all squeezed in the box.
Oh. Well, we'll take a little breather. We've got a song that you've requested for tonight, haven't we, Amy?
Yes. This is a favourite at the ice hockey, actually, so I thought it had to go on tonight. It's one that I really like. So it's Happy Mondays with Step On.
Okay, quick reminder of all your usual Facebook and Twitter links. It's facebook and twitter.com, either with a Widnes Wild or TTGW Radio for either the main club or the radio show. If you want Instagram, it's instagram.com/Widnes Wild Official. Don't forget, it's Widnes Wild Official. If you want the official Instagram, you can drop us emails, radio@widneswild.co.uk, texts to 07716 672874, or you can drop them direct to the studio when we're on air at 60066, starting your message with HCR, and we've had some texts in this evening. And don't forget, we've also got our website with all our community programs, Learn to Play, Junior Academy, and sponsor info. And a final shout out, of course, to all of our sponsors. Headline sponsors YKK. We also have Sprakes and Son of Widnes, DMH Tyres, Ruxton Electrical, CL Woodworking, Nails by Alicia, who are on our goals, and our chosen charity, the Halton Haven Hospice. So, Julia, what's coming up on the fixtures?
Okay, there's quite a lot going on, so listen up. On Saturday the 8th of December, the Widnes under-15s play Blackburn under-15s, and the face-off is 6:50, and that's at Widnes. On Sunday the 9th of December, the Widnes Wild women play at home against the Whitley Squaws at 5:30 face-off. Also that day, Altrincham Aces versus Widnes Wild at 5:45. On Saturday the 15th of December, there's the Widnes Under-9s X-Ice, and that's in D-side at 4:45. Nottingham Under-15s play Widnes Under-15s 5:40. And then the Bradford Bulldogs versus Widnes Wild at 4:45 face-off. Sunday the 16th, there's the Blackburn Under-13s playing Widnes Under-13s at 6:15. And then at home, Widnes Wild play Bradford Bulldogs, face-off 5:30. And then the last one before Christmas, Sunday the 23rd of December, Widnes Under-9s Cross Ice in Altrincham at 4:20.
Oh, so it's a very, very, very busy fixture list coming up. And we also have the bus for the Bradford trip on the 15th of December. So if you want to go on the bus, it's £5 for season tickets, £6 for non-season ticket holders. Kids pay £1 with an accompanying paying adult. And the bus will be leaving at 1:15 on Saturday the 15th. That's the bus for Bradford. If you want to go on the bus, contact the Widnes Wild fans pages online, and they are through Twitter and Facebook.com/WidnesWild1s. So give us a shout through that. Or you can also drop a message through to the rink, and we can try and get it through that way. Or you can even drop them through to radio@widneswild.co.uk, and we will forward them on for you. Oh, so yes, it's and of course it's a pre-Christmas trip over to Bradford. Mm. It's the quaintest, quirkiest, cutest, nuttiest rink I have ever been to.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yeah,
quite keen to go myself and see it.
Yeah, those of you who haven't been, go. I honestly. The Bulldogs love us because we go en masse. We make loads of noise and it's great fun. And it is the uber quirkiest rink ever. Mm. Trust me. In the meantime, I have to do this. Couple of quick news items to throw into the mix as well. We have the GB have released their schedule for their warm-up games for the up-and-coming World Championships. The games are on the EIHA website. When I find them, there we go. They will be playing. They are in February and April of next year. They will be playing Dynamo Riga in Coventry, Italy in Coventry, Hungary out of the Sky Dome in Coventry, Hungary out of Planet Ice Milton Keynes, and Torpedo. They will be playing them in the NIC Motorpoint Arena Nottingham and the Fly DSA Arena or Sheffield Arena in Sheffield. If you want to check that out, that's on eiha.co.uk and the links therefrom. And at the weekend we had the Santa Dash, which a number of people took part in from representing the YKK Widnes Wild. including our very own Pucker the Penguin, who I would have loved to have got a few words off him, but I couldn't. But I did get a couple of other people in the meantime.
I've caught Carl Bungay after taking part in the Halton Haven Hospice Santa Dash in Victoria Park. You all right?
Yeah, just very tired, Carl. Very tired. Very tiring run. We walked some of it, but we ran most of it.
You were looking after a certain Pucker the Penguin as well?
I was, yes. Make sure it didn't crash into anything or anyone. It was quite entertaining to see him run round in that well.
He seemed a bit worried at the start of the race, just in case someone had been on a night out and was in a Santa suit, and he followed them home.
Yes, he was. He said he would, because he can't see very well out the suit, he was a bit like, yeah, I might end up following someone else and going in someone's house. Would have been fun.
Well, at least he didn't end up taking too many wrong turns. It wasn't too bad. The weather, would you say it was favourable for the run?
Yeah, it was all right. It's nice a bit of rain because it does cool you off after when you get nice and warm.
So you're looking forward to the match tonight?
Yeah, can't wait. And the Teddy toss adds something to the game as well.
Well, I'll let you go and relax, unwind, get your energy back, and we'll catch up with you later.
Thanks, Cole. See you later.
And then a rather wet but cool Sunday morning in Victoria Park with Rich Charles and a few others from the YKK Widnes Ward who were taking part in the Halton Haven Hospice Santa Dash. Rich, bit of a nice workout this morning for you.
Yeah, up early, committed, said we were going to be here on Twitter, so got the family up early, got down here, so not only myself, Baz and a couple of the supporters, but brought my son and my daughter and my wife down as well, so they've run it as well. Good event, really good event. Lots of people here, good fun.
So, you made good time coming round and looked as though you were fit as a fiddle.
We walked a couple of bits. I ran it with Finlay, my son, so we walked a couple of bits. Yeah. No, it was good little run. Tough as well.
So, after the events of today, of course, we've got a match a little bit later on. Going to be a tough one again.
Yeah. Every game's tough. That was a fantastic result last night. I wasn't there, but following it on Twitter, and great result. Proper game of hockey. That just a 1-goal game. So yeah, back at it tonight. Keep that train rolling. Yeah.
I'll let you go and unwind and catch you with Polly later on after the match. Thanks.
Will do. Cheers, Colin. Thanks.
Well, that was before the match, but yeah, it was good to hear from both Carl and sort of representing the fans. We had Rich there representing the coaching and playing staff, and yeah, it was a very well attended event actually in Victoria Park on Sunday.
I believe Kenny was eating all the mince pies.
Yeah, well, he was trying to pass a few out, but people didn't want them, so he seemed to be going the way. Actually, we joked with him about some of the mince pies and thought maybe we should save some to put inside the goal. Apparently, our food monster, a certain Mikey Gilbert, he moves fastest when there's food around. I'm only going by what I heard. But,
well, Mum has just made a bold claim that she'll be doing Santa Dash next year, so we're going to hold her to that.
Oh, there you go. You heard it
I'll
here
start
first.
training now.
Yeah, you need to.
Right after this show, I'll be out.
I will say, Pucker, I tip my hat to Pucker.
If I can run with Pucker, as long as he's doing it next year, so I can run with him.
Well, there was a guy in a blow-up turkey suit. There was someone else in a reindeer suit, and then we had Pucker. And oh my goodness, how good job Carl was with him, because we thought if he was meeting somebody who'd been on a Christmas night out, he could end up going home with them. We thought, oh goodness, we're going to have roasted penguin for dinner. But yeah, anyway.
Moving on.
I think we'll have a little song.
Yes, Carl, you've gone blushing. You're blushing.
We'll have a little break for a song. Go on, guys, introduce it.
Okay, so this one, me and Mother actually agreed on a song. So this is Wouldn't It Be Nice by
The Beach Boys.
And now on Time to Go Wild Radio, it is time to sit back and relax and enjoy Mike Marr's Monday Mantra.
This weekend was 2 great games of hockey last night. 1-0 close game against Hull. Then tonight, coming back from 3-1 down to win 8-3. Yeah, great weekend. We're 11 on a roll now, so we're on an absolute roll. We're a steam engine. Exactly.
For more wise words on Mike Marr's Monday Mantra.
It's that time of the week. after a bit of mantra thoughts from Big Biff, our good Mike Marr, it's You Make the Call, Team Stripey's courtesy of eiha.co.uk. Quickly, because we are short on time tonight, we've had so much to get through. We'll go through last week's questions and answers. Hopefully, Julia, can you read them? The answers from last week as I do the questions? Okay. Here we go. A goaltender is assessed a 2+10 penalty. How many players sit the goaltender's penalty? Just a quick one there. How many?
2 separate players who were on the ice at the same time. Game action was stopped.
So there you go. Has to be 2, which makes sense because one's got to come out with the power play if they're on a power play. So, the next question, number 2. If icing is called and a goaltender is out of his crease when the other team ice the puck, when they release it, it is icing, but he skates back towards his goal. Is it still icing? And the answer is?
The answer is yes. Rule 205. If a goaltender is outside his goal crease when the puck is shot down the ice and the icing is signalled, icing will be in effect if he moves back into his goal crease immediately.
And finally, question 3 from last week. A goaltender is assessed a minor penalty for slashing, and in the same stoppage receives a second minor for unsportsmanlike conduct, so it's a 2+2. How many players sit in the bin? And the answer is?
1 player serves all 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's just like a normal player sitting a 2+2. Right, now these are some tricky ones this week. Okay, get your thinking caps on, everyone. Question 1. If a netminder deliberately displaces the net during play, what should the ref do? What do you think? What should the ref do?
What should the ref do? Well, if it's the other team, okay, the ref should tell that goalminder to pick up the net and skate round with it.
2 laps.
Oh.
1 lap and then put it back.
Okay.
For doing that on purpose, that's bad.
Yeah, I like that one, Amy. Any ideas?
Could be crueler.
And I'm going for it's a 2-minute delay the game penalty, but he might warn him first for the first 1 or 2. Depends how the net's deemed to be knocked off. But I'd then go.
Well, if he's done it on purpose, I don't think he needs a warning. He should just get the penalty.
That's usually, I think, it'll be a 2-minute minor for that. Now, this one, I'm not sure. If a netminder deliberately displaces the net with 1 minute to go in the third period, what should the ref do? Now, that's a tricky one. 2+10? Because it's delaying the game. It's a tricky one, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think a lot can happen in 1 minute.
Yeah.
So I think they should just get on with it.
Well,
give him a quick telling off.
No, they've got to be harsh with him, I think.
Yeah. I think it would be 2 and 10 because it's an unsportsmanlike conduct, possibly in that last minute of the game. Right, now this is one we were having a quick chat about before we went on air. What penalty tariff can be assessed for slew footing? And if you're not sure what slew footing is, if I interpret it right, it's basically it's a type of tripping, but it's kind of dragging your foot. So it's letting one of your feet drag late so somebody can trip over it. And, it's deliberately dragging a foot. So what do you think would the call be?
Well, that's very dangerous, isn't it? Whoever's behind could be injured quite badly. So, a game penalty.
Game?
Yeah.
Amy?
I agree.
I'm probably going to go for 5 in game, potentially match. Interesting message from Matt. So, not sure. Matt, if you resend your text, I'm not sure what you're after there. So there. Anyway, might be to do with a penalty shot for the removing the net in the last minute there from Matt, I think. Might be his idea on that one. So yeah. Anyway, give your ideas, give us your suggestions. You can drop them through to radio@widneswild.co.uk or drop them through to our Facebook and Twitter pages, facebook and twitter.com/ttgw radio. And we can see what we find next week. But I do love this little bit because it makes you think. So as always, a big thank you to Team Stripeys. Excuse me. Courtesy of eiha.co.uk. Dear oh dear, I must have to have my tea shortly. So yes, so another week, another Team Stripeys, and we'll have more hopefully for you next week. Well, let's go back to the weekend and have a quick think about things. That game last night.
Oh, it was so good.
it was. I mean, I've watched some of the highlights are online, and of course, don't forget if you want to check out all the podcasts from the show and the highlights, pop onto YouTube. There's 2 separate entities hosting them. One hosts the highlights, the other one hosts the podcasts. We do cross-link them, but please make sure you do subscribe, especially to the Widnes Wild Zone YouTube page. The more subscribers, the better. Of course, it makes sure you don't miss out on any information, any stuff that we post on there. But yeah, it was one of those where it wasn't just going to be a 5-minute. No way. In fact, I was being egged into putting the whole game up. It would have been slightly edited for a few of the extended stoppages, but no,
there were lots of highlights. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, there was a lot of drama.
There was a lot of sticks going in the air last night.
Yes, definitely. It was one of those games where. I don't know. It didn't seem to flow in the same way as the past couple of games. I mean, it was very different to when we played Hull the previous weekend, and of course on Saturday. I mean, the same size ice from Sunday to Sunday, so it's a very tight game. So people pounce on you a bit more. You don't get as much skating room, but it was very in-your-face hockey. Yeah, very, very in your face. I mean, any other thoughts came through from people near you in the crowd?
Sometimes, as I say, I'm not an expert, but it just seemed like there was a bit of panic at times around the goal. You know, and even when the goals were in it, there was so much going on at the goal end. Yeah. You didn't quite see the puck go in. Yes. Until you knew it was a goal. It was just so many players up there. Yeah. And a lot of, like as Amy said, sticks flying all over.
Quite a few got broken yesterday as well.
They did, yeah. And there was a helmet came off at one point as well, and the player had to make sure he went back to the bench.
Came off, yeah.
But, it was definitely a lively affair, I'll say that much.
Well, I have to say, for us fans, I didn't have any voice when I got home. I don't know if the guys can hear us, how much they do hear, because they're concentrating on the game. But it's definitely, we are getting louder.
Yeah. I don't normally sit with the fans because I'm normally down by the box doing the Instagram. But I decided to sit with you all last night, and it was such a good atmosphere because everyone's so loud and the chanting is great, and the drums. Andy with his terrible horn.
The chanting is definitely getting louder and stronger.
It was one of those games where it was like the playoffs all over again, and it was just so loud, and it got louder and louder because of the kind of grittiness, I think, in the game. Even when the guys were behind, the noise got louder and louder. And I can actually say, after speaking with the lads, they really, really appreciate it, and they feed off it. They really do feed off it, and you can see it, how much it means to them when some of the goals go in.
They really enjoy it.
And
well, there's just, we can tell the players are very passionate. That comes across, and we love them for that. But the fans as well, we are so passionate about supporting them.
Yeah. We are the best fans.
Well, I mean, we're getting a minimum, I'd say, 350 plus every week for this level of hockey. And, you go to other clubs and they know when Widnes come to town, they actually love it when we go. I'm not boasting it because we turn up. Yeah. We people go along, and it's a credit to everybody who comes along. It's a credit to everyone involved at the rink, with the club, for, we keep this momentum going with everything. I mean, we look at the league table, and in many ways the top 5 now are starting to sort of solidify a bit, with it being Telford, Hull, Bradford, Sheffield, Senators and Widnes. But as we found last year, Sutton had a slow start, and next thing, they were up to the top of the table. So anything can happen in this league.
Yeah, I know, but for us, 11 games on the trot.
I know.
That is something, isn't it?
I need to check. We need to check some of the stats. So whoever's got some of the old league stats, can we find them, please? Well
done, guys.
Yes.
Well done, guys. You do a great job.
Well, I've just looked at the clock and we're about out of time. We'll get a little bit of a song in to play us out for another week. I thank both of you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having us. Yeah.
So, yes, we'll catch up with you throughout the rest of the season.
I have one game left before I leave.
Oh, she's leaving.
You'll be with us in spirit, we know that much.
I'll keep an eye on the Instagram and make sure someone's doing a good job.
I'll try.
I'm giving you a crash course before I go.
Anyway, I'll be back on Thursday with my special birthday edition of the Box of Delights. Until then, busy hockey weekend for one and all. So whatever you're doing, enjoy your hockey and look after yourselves. Keep safe, keep warm.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Ciao.
And I'll be back next week. Till next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Ta-ra.